What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol MRNA for Moderna Inc., the vaccine company. That being said, we are looking at the daily time frame on the left-hand side and the 30-minute intraday time frame on the right-hand side. Just checking out obvious areas of support and resistance here from the daily perspective. Certainly the all-time high will act as resistance, and underneath us I'm seeing a pretty breakout point in here around $360.65. That brings me to our next sort of point. Actually, let's just map out this support first here at $343, the whole number. But my next point was going to be that earnings are tomorrow morning before the bell at 7 a.m. So please be aware that anything could happen between now and 9:30. This analysis could be completely blown apart or it could remain intact to the T, but we have to go based on what we have so far, and that's respecting these daily levels that we've outlined thus far. Let's zoom in and jump over to the 30-minute perspective to see if we can learn anything new. I'd say we pretty much nailed it there from the daily. Those levels translated quite nicely here and here. Also from prior resistance, resistance, and then support / chop in here, and certainly support right there at $343, a nice round number. I'd also advise that there is some sort of support trend line going on. Let's sort of zoom this out a little bit so we don't miss it. Doing something like this, coming in, and certainly boom, there is a pretty decent fit right there. You can see we have anchor down below. Touch 1 is in this area, 2 and 3 right here. So any pullbacks might be met with support at that support trend line before coming into this prior breakout point from in here. The last thing I'll do before I leave you off here on MRNA in terms of levels to watch, obviously upside is blue sky levels, but this breakout has been extremely impressive, and generally what we like to do is pop on our Fibonacci's and just see where that 38.2 is to gauge the health of the pullback, and so far, so good. I mean, pulling back and not even coming into that 400 level, which is the 38.2, strikes me as overwhelmingly bullish. I mean, if it was going to pull back, it had room essentially to drop another $10 lower and still be considered healthy, and it just simply didn't. It said, you know what? Nope, we like prices right up here. We're going to consolidate at the highs and close rather strong. So to me, MRNA looks solid. It looks solid going into the future. I would say that you need to be careful to not be a long-term investor in here yet. I would argue that, in here, it's not the best idea to get, allocation long or allocate money long at this area, simply because the risk of a pullback is great, especially with earnings coming up around the corner. That could throw a wrench, as we discussed, in anything that we've outlined thus far. So in my opinion, if you've been long, stay long. There's no reason to bail just yet. But if you haven't been long, wait for a pullback, because I would just argue that this is not the most risk-friendly entry way up here at the top. In terms of monitoring this pullback that we've seen thus far, that area is at $410, and as we discussed, the 38.2 pullback area was at 400, the nice round number. So those are areas to watch going forward. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know down below in the comments section or by simply leaving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked down below in the description, and all of that being said, we wish you a green trading week.